Later on in the climate change course, we'll be looking at three main case studies. The UK as an AC, China as an EDC, and Bangladesh as an LIDC. So it makes sense now, while we're having a look at some of the impacts of climate change, just to have a quick look at these three. So if you click on the link at the top of your OneNote here, that takes you to part of the IPCC's latest assessment report. And quite simply, if you open that up and just search for the three case study locations in here. So this part of the IPCC report is massive. You can see at the top, it's the best part, 700 pages long, but starts unpicking some of the regional aspects of the impacts of climate change. So if you just Control F and you find, let's take China, for example, to start with, it'll come through with loads of different bits about China. Now, this is the bit where you have to decide what's worthy of inclusion and what's not. So this table here, for example, is just looking at how the report's put together. So I'm going to ignore these bits on the front. If I've got anything that says it's this bit down here is just linking into a different paper that's about, so I can get rid of that. And I'm just looking through, these bits are all notes in here. Now I'm getting something that might be perhaps more interesting. So it says here, decrease in monsoon precipitation over areas of India and China. Okay, so I can say one of my impacts in China in here that I've learned down in this bit down here is that there is a decrease in monsoon precipitation. Excellent. So I found an impact in China already in here. Here we go. I've got a table on this one. This looks like here trends in heat waves and warm spells. So I've got an increase in heat waves in China. So there we go. So impacts, heat wave increase in China. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Increase in warm spell duration in northern China, a decrease in southern China. So bits of both in there. I've got something about warm spells already. So now it's linked me here on China just to a paper title, so I can ignore over these. This is a Chinese journal, so I can do that. So anything that's in these bits, I'm just pressing enter to click through to the next ones on here. This is an Asia chapter, so I should expect to find lots of Chinese references. If I look down here on the right-hand side of my paper, everywhere where there's a yellow means there's a reference to China. So there's lots of yellow streaks in here, which is obviously the Asia chapter in this bit, but I've just got some authors. So I can get rid of those, don't need any of those. Here we go now. So let's have a look. Conclusions from previous assessments, highlights warming trends, including higher extremes, strongest over continental interiors, strongest over Chinese winters. Okay, excellent. So I've learned on this bit in here. So increase in temperatures, particularly continental interiors, e.g. northern China. Right, back to this one here. So let's have a look. I'm going through. It's just showing me the map. I don't need that. What have I got in here? Precipitation monsoons. I've already said that. That was in the title bit. Here we go. Overland in China, Tibetan region, a weakening of seasonal winds. Okay, so wind speeds lower in Tibet. What have I got in here? Impacts of changes in climate, medium constant water scarcity in northern China exacerbated. Here we go. So water scarcity in northern China exacerbated. What have we got here? Projections, a model, insufficient water. I've talked about water scarcity. That's fine. I won't do that again. More about water. This is about adaptation options in here. I don't need anything about adaptation. I'm looking for impacts at the moment. Warming again in here. I've already talked about warming. Where's my China word in this? That must be behind one of those. I can't see it. That's down there. Forest. Subtropical evergreen forest projected to expand north into deciduous forest. So we've got ecosystem change in here, and tropical forest to expand along China's coast. So change in forestry expanses. What did it say in here? In particular, tropical forest along Chinese southern coast. Right, I'm going to stop there because you should have got an idea of what we're doing now. You can, when you pick this up, just Control F China and you can come down to number 34, which is the last bit that I've done on here, 34, the section down on here. So I'll leave these ones in here for you. That started you off with your EDC one for China. The only thing I'll say, when you look at Bangladesh, there'll be slightly less about Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than China is, so there's bound to be more Chinese things that are picked up. When you look at the UK, search for United Kingdom, and most of the things will come through as United Kingdom. But actually, if you put the constituent nations of the UK in separately, a few other things pop up if you just pop in the word England, for example. So some impacts are just specific to the individual nations within the UK. Good luck.